Are we live? It looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pop Culture Asylum. I'm your host, Gabriel. I hope everyone had a great day today. I definitely did, and I hope everyone who is watching this video is also having a great day as well. And it's Wednesday. You know what that means. AEW Dynamite was tonight, and whoo, yeah, this was a very good episode. But that ending though, that fucking ending though, holy shit. Wow. My goodness, man. That main event between Cody Rhodes and Andrade El Idolo was entertaining as hell. But that main event, that ending to that match was holy shit, bro. That flaming table spot. First of all, we got a freaking flaming table spot in 2021. Okay, it's been a long time since we've seen a flaming table spot. Shit, the last time we saw a flaming table spot in on big national TV was I believe WrestleMania 22 between Edge and Mick Foley, but my God, that ending though. I cannot wait to talk about. I cannot wait to talk about AEW Dynamite tonight. It was a great show tonight. I really enjoyed the show. There were some points of the show where I thought it was kind of weak. It was kind of like a slippery slope. Not everything was bad. I'd say the only thing that I didn't really like that I thought was very weird was the interaction between Leo Rush and Team Taz. But I'll get to that when I get to that. And again, it wasn't exactly one of the strongest shows. Like, again, I won't go out of my way to say that it's one of the best AEW Dynamite episodes in the history of its company. But it was still a pretty entertaining show. Pretty entertaining show. And I cannot wait to talk about it. But yeah, I hope everyone who is watching this video is having a great day. I appreciate you coming by and watching this live stream. Really means the world. And I know it's been a little bit since I made a video on this channel. I believe it's been like a fucking week or two since I made a video. I've been procrastinating a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But as you know, last week was Thanksgiving week, so I was pretty busy. By the way, I hope all of you had an amazing Thanksgiving. I really hope all of you had an amazing Thanksgiving. So, before we talk about AEW Dynamite tonight, oh, and by the way, even though I didn't review it, and I'm probably not going to review, but AEW Dynamite from last week is one of the best Dynamites AEW has ever done. Okay, that was a phenomenal AEW Dynamite. And if you guys didn't watch last week's AEW Dynamite because you were busy setting things up for Thanksgiving, because, of course, AEW Dynamite last week was on Thanksgiving Eve, so I'm sure not many people were able to watch it. But if you guys did not watch AEW Dynamite last week, go out of your way to do so. Okay, literally the first 20 minutes between CM Punk and MJF alone, it's fucking worth watching. So if you guys didn't see last week, go out of your way to do so. Definitely one of the best shows. But yeah, bro, that main event was lit. It was literally lit. It was literally lit. I cannot wait to talk about it. I cannot wait to talk about it. Like, literally, the main event between Cody Rhodes and Andrade El Idolo was so batshit crazy, but in a good and entertaining way. I cannot wait to talk about it. But before I talk about AEW Dynamite, this is the part of the video where I talk about the news. And basically nothing big has happened, but there is one specific piece of news that I want to talk about, and that is regarding Big Swole. Now, of course, yesterday, Big Swole has announced to the world that she is officially departing from All Elite Wrestling, and actually made a statement yesterday. And again, if you guys want to read the statement, the link is in the description. But here's what Big Swole had to say. Over the past couple of months, my life has taken on the mantra grow, learn, change. Dealing with work took strength I didn't know I had. I thank God for my loving family because they got me through some of the roughest months of my life. But I realized the real test is application. So I took my leap, and after speaking with TK and AEW higher officials, we decided to not renew my contract with All Elite Wrestling. This was a hard decision, but a needed one. I am grateful for their understanding and that we can mutually come to this agreement. I enjoyed my time with AEW and wish them all the best. I appreciate their love and welcoming me into the family. Today is my last day, and as bittersweet as it is, I am proud to say that I have lived my dreams while making a difference. That is swole mentality. So yeah, so Big Swole has officially departed from All Elite Wrestling. Now, like first of all, I just want to say I'm gonna miss Big Swole in AEW because I really, really enjoyed Big Swole in AEW. But I feel like considering that she hasn't been on TV in a very long time, and like of course she has been dealing with a disease, I believe it's called Crohn disease that kind of pushed her to the sidelines a little bit more. And again, I hope she is healthy. I hope Big Swole is healthy. Of course, we can like these wrestlers, but they're people first. Okay. At the end of the day, I want these people to be healthy. I want these people to be okay. So I really hope Big Swole is okay with her Crohn disease. I believe that's what it's called. And I hope she's healed from that. But again, Big Swole has been like she's been like out of the mix for like a very long time to the point where if Big Swole did come back, I feel like she would be lost in the shuffle. Like the women's division is like stacked now. We got Ruby Soho, Chris Sadlander, Thunder Rosa, Anna Jay, Ty Conti, Red Velvet, Jay Cardhill. Like I feel like if Big Swole were to come back, I feel like she would be lost in the shuffle. So like in a way I can kind of understand why she would leave. And I'm glad that AEW and Big Swole left in good terms. I really really do. And like yeah, I'm gonna miss Big Swole in AEW. I thought Big Swole was great in AEW, and hopefully we can see her again in the future. But yeah, I hope everything goes great. I wish Big Swole nothing but the best of luck. And if she does continue wrestling, honestly, in my personal opinion, I think she would be phenomenal in Impact Wrestling. Hell, if Cedric Alexander ever gets released, like I hope that's not the case, but if Alexander somehow gets released by WWE, like and puts Cedric Alexander in Impact Wrestling, we could have like a power couple in Impact Wrestling. I think that would work very, very well. And Big Swole and Cedric Alexander could be like main event players at Impact Wrestling. Of course, not everyone can come to AEW, and I feel like if Cedric Alexander were to come to AEW, as incredible as he is, I feel like he would be lost in the shuffle as well because again, AEW has such a deep roster. But I feel like AEW is at the point where if you're going to sign someone, like you got to have like lots of plans for them and like you have plans of like using them and stuff like that. Okay? And yeah, I honestly in my personal opinion, I don't think like AEW has anything for Cedric Alexander or Big Swole, but that doesn't mean that they can succeed elsewhere. Okay, again, we got all these alternatives now, which is incredible. Not just AEW, we got Impact Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the NWA, and they're starting to rise up as some big promotions as well. Okay, Impact Wrestling has been on a roll as of late, in my personal opinion. And yeah, personally, I think Cedric Alexander at Big Stroll would definitely thrive in Impact Wrestling, in my personal opinion. But whatever she does, I'm definitely gonna support Big Swole. Again, I hope she's healthy. Like I'm sure she is healthy, but again, I hope she's healthy, and I wish nothing but the best of Big Swole. And one more thing I want to address about this entire thing, because some people on social media is comparing Big Swole parting ways with AEW as compared to WWE doing these releases. Okay, and guys, it's not the same thing. WWE is not like WWE is unceremoniously releasing wrestlers. Big Swole, it was her choice not to resign. Okay, two completely different things. Tony Khan didn't didn't release Big Swole unceremoniously. Okay, and Tony Khan has stated that he is not going to do that to any of his talents. Okay, if Tony Khan had no use for the wrestler anymore, he would just not re-sign the contract. Okay, he's not going to unceremoniously release them like fucking WWE is doing right now. Okay, so let's put this shit to bed. Okay, use your brains, people. Use your brains. But yeah, that's all I got to say on that. Again, I wish nothing but the best for Big Swole. But other than that, that's basically all that's basically all for the news. So without further ado, let's talk about AEW Dynamite tonight. So right off the bat, we start off the show with Bryan Danielson going one-on-one against Alan Angels of the Dark Order. And this was a great match. This was a really great match. And like though it was short, it really did a great job doing two things. Okay, number one, continuing to show that Bryan Danielson is like a dangerous threat, okay, to Hangman Adam Page's title reign as he continues like destroying member after member after member of the Dark Order. It really is putting Bryan Danielson in this dominating light, which is really, really cool. And number two, it did a great job showing Alan Angels. Alan Angels, it's fucking amazing. I feel like he's very underrated in AEW. When he can go, he can fucking go. Like, he is impressive as hell. And I thought this was a great match to start off the show between Bryan Danielson and Alan Angels. Obviously, Bryan Danielson picks up the victory. After that, though, Bryan Danielson. Oh, and also, I totally forgot about this. Hangman Adam Page was also on commentary as well, watching the entire match. Of course, after the matchup, Bryan Danielson was being interviewed by Tony Schiavone. Again, Bryan Danielson is doing incredible work as a heel in this storyline. Of course, Bryan Danielson, AEW doesn't want to admit that Danielson is a heel, but come on, let's be honest. Bryan Danielson is a heel in this storyline, but I'm not hating him. Bryan Danielson as a heel is fucking amazing. Okay, I love Bryan Danielson as a heel. Okay, of course, Danielson's talking trash. He's making a statement to Hangman Adam Page. Of course, Hangman Adam Page got sick and tired of it. Apparently, it was announced earlier today that Tony Khan set up like this no contact clause where Adam Page and Bryan Danielson can't touch each other till winter is coming. And of course, it was announced by AEW, by Tony Khan himself, that we're gonna get Hangman Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson at winter is coming for the AEW World Championship. Of course, they can't touch each other till then. And John Silver reminded Hangman Adam Page of that, but John Silver wanted to attack him, so he ran, tried to attack Bryan Danielson. He retreats. He comes up. He talks shit about Hangman Adam Page some more, and then he just leaves with the final word. Again, I am fucking loving what AEW is doing with Hangman Adam Page and Bryan Danielson. It is amazing stuff. And again, AEW, when it comes to storytelling, when it comes to major storytelling, AEW knows what the fuck they're doing. Okay, I am loving this storyline so far between Bryan Danielson and Hangman Adam Page. And when they have their matchup at Winter is Coming, it is going to be a phenomenal matchup, a potential match of the year candidate, and I cannot wait to talk about it. But yeah, great opening. After that, we get a vignette of Miro. Of course, we haven't seen Miro since Full Gear when he lost to Bryan Danielson. But he's in this white room, and like Miro is slowly going more and more insane. And I'm loving this character development. I really am. It's already crazy enough that Miro is dominant in his normal state. Like, he is a fucking dominant beast. But imagine now that we got a dominant beast in Miro who is also mentally insane. Bro, an insane monster like Miro, that is some awesome character development. And I cannot wait to see what AEW does with this insane Miro going forward. Hope, maybe over the coming weeks, we can see Miro going in insane. Like, we can see these vignettes of Miro blaming God and blaming stuff, like him slowly going insane, which I think is a very cool character development. AEW can do so much with this, and this has so much potential. Like, Miro is already amazing as a dominant monster, but adding this insane factor of Miro slowly going insane as a part of Miro's character, I think that's really fucking cool, and I cannot wait for what AEW does with this. Definitely some very interesting developments for Miro. After that, we get, without a doubt, one of the most anticipated matchups of the night, and the most anticipated matchup for me was CM Punk versus Lee Moriarty. And of course, MJF was also in commentary as well. And whoo! My God, this matchup delivered. This matchup delivered. This was an incredible matchup. And if you guys have not seen Punk versus Moriarty, go out of your way to do so. I thought this was an incredible matchup by both of these men. Oh my God. Such amazing shit. Such amazing shit. Of course, CM Punk picks up the victory over Lee Moriarty. But yeah, this was an incredible matchup. And I recommend you go out of your way to watch this matchup. It really showcased Lee Moriarty that he can definitely go with some of the big names in AEW. And CM Punk just continues to put over these young talent. And bro, AEW knows how to build the future. Okay, even though Lee Moriarty lost against CM Punk, obviously we all knew that CM Punk was going to beat Lee Moriarty. Is the fact that this matchup did so much for Lee Moriarty, because this match really showcased that he can really go with some of the best, like a CM Punk, like a Bryan Danielson. You know what I mean? And again, I thought this was an incredible matchup, and I do recommend you go out of your way to watch it if you guys did not see Dynamite tonight. Which, why haven't you? Go out of your way to do so. I thought this was a really good episode of Dynamite tonight. And yeah, there was, this is not the only matchup that was incredible. There was another matchup that was also very incredible, but I'll get to that when I get to that. But yeah, incredible matchup by both CM Punk and Lee Moriarty. Yeah, I fucking love Lee Moriarty. He definitely has a future here in AEW. Cannot wait for what Lee Moriarty does. And again, I thought this was an incredible matchup. Of course, it was also announced during this matchup that we're getting a Diamond Ring Battle Royal next week. And again, I don't know why we're still getting these Battle Royals for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. I just think that's pretty weird. It's not like the Diamond Ring has any prestige. But maybe, and since MJF is in this matchup defending the Diamond Ring, maybe to add a little more spice to the feud, maybe CM Punk costs MJF the matchup next week, costing him the Dynamite Diamond Ring, making the rivalry more personal between CM Punk and MJF. That would be fucking awesome. Of course, this of course CM Punk and MJF went back and forth tonight, and it got personal tonight. Though it tonight's back and forth between Punk and MJF wasn't as big as last week's, it was still a really good back and forth. And MJF had the nerve. He had the nerve to talk shit about CM Punk's dog. Apparently, CM Punk brought his dog to the show tonight, and MJF said that maybe if you keep messing with me, Punk, then maybe I will put Larry, which is CM Punk's dog's name, I will put Larry to sleep. Oh my fuck! Holy shit, bro! And CM Punk just lost it. He wanted to beat the shit out of MJF, but Wardlow comes out. He becomes like a roadblock from to for MJF to make sure that Punk doesn't attack MJF, and of course MJF and Wardlow retreats. But yeah, this rivalry is getting personal more and more and more each week, and I am fucking loving it. I am loving this rivalry between Punk and MJF. All hits, no misses. Awesome, awesome sub. I am fucking loving it so far. I cannot wait for what comes next for the CM Punk MJF rivalry next week. Of course, next week we're going to be in MJF's hometown on Long Island, and again, maybe CM Punk could cause MJF the Dynamite ring in the Battle Royal next week, make in his hometown, making the rivalry personal between even more personal than it already is between CM Punk and MJF. This is everything that I want in a CM Punk MJF promo. And so far, AEW is hitting nothing but fucking home runs. I am loving what AEW is doing so far with the CM Punk MJF rivalry. And also, we also got a bunch of Britt Baker references between CM Punk and MJF. And of course, MJF like told Punk like, oh, like you're so obsessed with Britt Baker that you just can't, like, you got to go out of your way to watch it. Like I can't do it any justice. But yeah, there was a lot of Britt Baker references in this back and forth between CM Punk and MJF. After that, we get an interview with Britt Baker. And again, I wish, and this was like pre-tape, it wasn't like live or anything, but I wish that this was live because I would have loved to see Britt Baker's reaction to CM Punk and MJF using her name in that back and forth promo. And I would have loved to see it, but yeah. Like, of course, we get an interview with Britt Baker, and it looks like we still got some tension building between Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, of course, reminding each other of their failures against Thunder Rosa, talking shit about each other. But of course, that gets taken aside as it was announced that next week, Jamie Hayter will go one-on-one against Riho to further this storyline between Britt Baker and Riho. And of course, Britt Baker does her usual sick. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Okay, awesome stuff. Really, really like this interview. After that, we get Adam Cole, baby! And with all this, with CM Punk and MJF using Britt Baker in their back and forth, I'm surprised Adam Cole didn't say anything, come out and maybe talk shit about MJF or CM Punk. But Adam Cole comes out, he does his usual sick. He's fucking awesome. He usually gets a lot of pops. And I see you trolls on social media saying like, oh my god, Adam Cole is doing so terrible in AEW. Oh my god, he would have done so much better in WWE. my God. Really, bro? Really? Okay. Did you see his reaction tonight? Adam Cole had one of the biggest pops and arguably the biggest pop of the night tonight alone. Okay, he's so fucking over that. Of course, he didn't do anything. He was in commentary, but he did a full on entrance. Everyone did Adam Cole, baby, and he is fucking over. Plus, in January, we're gonna get a potential rivalry. Oh, sorry, between the Elite and the Undisputed Era when Kyle O'Reilly comes from WWE to AEW. And we 99% sure, 99% certain that O'Reilly is coming to AEW. Okay. And we're going to get that. Okay. Which is skyrocketing Adam Cole even more. Okay. Adam Cole is perfectly fine where he is. AEW is doing a great job with Adam Cole so far. So keep whining, E-Drones. Keep whining. Okay. You're just jealous because AEW is a way better product than WWE. So you keep hating. You keep crying. I'll keep enjoying the best promotion in all of professional wrestling. At least in my opinion. But yeah, Adam Cole was originally supposed to be in commentary, but Orange Cassidy comes out. He comes face to face with Adam Cole. But then the Young Bucks comes out. They make their return for the first time in a little bit. And of course, the Super Click attacks Orange Cassidy. Of course, Chuck Taylor and Wheeler Yuta made the save. So it looks like we're getting this small rivalry between the Super Click and Best Friends, which is very, very interesting. But hey, I like it. I don't mind a small rivalry between the Super Click and Best Friend. I think that would be a really cool rivalry, in my opinion. After that, we get a promo with Tony Nese. Nothing too crazy here. He's just promoting his matchup against Sammy Guevara as they will fight for the TNT Championship this Friday on Rampage, which I am really, really excited for. Really excited for. After that, Wardlow was in action against a jobber named AC Adams. And Wardlow just fucking dominated AC Adams. Like, this was an absolute squash match. Holy shit. And then after that, Shawn Spears destroys AC Adams with the chair after the matchup. So, yeah. Again, another great showcase matchup for Wardlow, slowly building Wardlow up. After that, we get an interview with Pac and Pentagon Jr. So apparently it was established in the interview that Ray Felix was injured from last week's matchup. Now, again, I hope that this is a kayfabe injury and not a legit injury. And again, if it is, I hope Ray Felix has a speedy recovery. But it looks like the original 2 out of 3 falls match between the Lucha Bros and FTR will not happen on Rampage this Friday. But Pac is going to be Ray Felix's replacement. And we're going to get Pac and Pentagon Jr. versus FTR on Rampage this Friday, which is still going to be an incredible matchup and still has a potential to be a match of the year candidate, in my opinion. But also during this matchup, that Pac was wearing an eye patch. He was wearing an eye patch on his left eye, and it was caused during Malachi Black during that 4-on-4 tag team matchup last week on Dynamite. So it looks like we're getting a potential Malachi Black and Pac rivalry. Bro, AEW, pull the trigger on this rivalry. Do it. Absolutely do it. I would absolutely love this rivalry between Malachi Black and Pac. I think it would be fucking awesome. I hope AEW does it. Hopefully they go in that direction. And bro, if they do a Malachi Black Pac rivalry, take my fucking money. Take it all, plus all my fucking coins. Take all the quarters, all the dimes, all the nickels, all the pennies. Take it all, Tony. Take it all. I would absolutely fucking love a pack Malachi Black Rivalry. I think that would be absolutely badass. After that, we get Darby Allin and Sting versus the Gun Club, the battle of the undefeated teams. Of course, the Gun Club is undefeated, and Darby Allin and Sting is also undefeated. So this was to determine who's gonna lose their undefeated streak, and it was a good match. It was a good match. Darby Allin and Sting ended up picking up the victory over the Gun Club. It wasn't anything too crazy. Darby Allin and Sting picks up the victory over the Gun Club, and again, I don't think it was meant to be like a big thing or a big rivalry, but yeah, I thought this was a good match, very good matchup, and yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. The Gun Club is not undefeated anymore, and Darby Allin and Sting continue their undefeated streak. After that, we get an interview with Chris Jericho. And of course, Chris Jericho gets attacked by Daniel Garcia and 2.0. Like they freaking assaulted him. And of course, Eddie Kingston is also in a rivalry with Daniel Garcia and 2.0. So either one or two things are happening. Either we're gonna get an Eddie Kingston Chris Jericho team up against Daniel Garcia and 2.0, or what's even better, and what I saw some people speculate on Twitter, that this would lead to a Chris Jericho Eddie Kingston feud, and I hope that's the case. A Eddie Kingston Chris Jericho feud, literally the promos alone would be fucking awesome. Okay, I really hope AEW does a Chris Jericho Eddie Kingston rivalry. I think that would be fucking phenomenal, and hopefully AEW is going that direction. But yeah, I wouldn't like. Yeah, so there's that. Hopefully, this all leads up to a Chris Jericho Eddie Kingston feud. Of course, there's already some setup. Like Eddie Kingston didn't appreciate Chris Jericho helping him last Friday on Rampage when he was being assaulted by Daniel Garcia and 2.0. But yeah, hopefully this leads to an Eddie Kingston Chris Jericho rivalry. I hope that's the case. It's highly unlikely, and we more than likely we're gonna see a Chris Jericho Eddie Kingston team up against Daniel Garcia and 2.0. But I hope this leads to a Chris Jericho Eddie Kingston feud. I think that would be fucking phenomenal. After that, we get probably like the probably the worst part of the show for me. And Team Taz was in commentary, right? Leo Rush comes out, and I'm already interested because, as you know, last week on Dynamite, Dante Martin joined Team Taz. So Leo Rush comes out. He doesn't say anything about Dante Martin. Instead, he talks about the Dynamite Battle Royal. Like, look, if you're in the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal, then that's fine. But isn't the more important thing like wanting to talk to Dante Martin and ask him why he did what he did? I thought like this was a weird execution of a segment. Okay, instead of Leo Rush talking about like the actions of Dante Martin or why Dante Martin did what he did, Leo Rush just talked about the Dynamite Diamond Ring, and it just was a weird segment, poorly executed, in my personal opinion. And it didn't help that Leo Rush was kind of struggling on the mic a little bit. Hopefully he fixed that. But yeah, Dante Martin still comes out. He doesn't do anything. He smirks at Leo Rush, and then he leaves with Team Taz. But yeah, this was just a weird segment. I thought this was executed poorly. in my opinion. I feel like it didn't do a great job furthering the story of the Lio Rush Dante Martin Team Taz storyline. I thought that this storyline was getting more and more interesting, but then this segment just like stop it at like it just the storyline was going and going, and then it just stopped because of a freaking roadblock. That was this segment. I thought this segment was not good. I thought it was executed poorly. And again, the fact that Lio Rush just immediately talked about the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal instead of talking about like why did like instead of asking questions about Dante Martin and addressing Dante Martin, like this could have been a potential. This had a lot of potential to be an interesting segment, but I feel like AEW missed the mark, and it just ended up being like a weird, badly executed segment. Hopefully, hopefully with all parties involved, bring the they can bring the rivalry back on track, because I was loving this rivalry between Lio Rush and the entirety of Team Taz, and Dante Martin joining Team Taz. It's a very interesting development. And I'm really liking this storyline. And there's even stuff on social media continuing the storyline of like Lio Rush trying to call Dante Martin, and Lio Rush is like, "Bro, Dante, like this ain't funny, man. Like what's going on? Like this could have potential to like be a very interesting segment." But obviously it was just executed poorly. And it just this rivalry was doing so good, it was getting so interesting, but it stopped at a crossroad. And I thought this was a very weak, poorly executed segment. And hopefully this rivalry can get back on track, because I was really liking this rivalry. Really, really did, until this segment. This segment kind of took away some of the aura of this interesting storyline between Lio Rush and Team Taz, in my opinion. So hopefully they can get this rivalry back on track, because I thought this was a poorly executed segment, in my personal opinion. But yeah, honestly, that's the only bad thing I can talk about this show, and the only bad thing that I've seen from AEW in a while. Okay, so again, first of all, number one, I hope Lio Rush can fix his mic skill, because his mic skills weren't exactly strong tonight. So hopefully he can fix that. And again, I hope that they can bring this Lio Rush versus Team Taz rivalry back on track, because I'm really liking this rivalry. And I don't want this rivalry to fall flat on his face, because this rivalry has a lot of potential. It has a lot of potential to be really, really good. Okay, so that's all I got to say on that. After that, we get a segment with Jay Carthill basically talking crap about Thunder Rosa, but Thunder Rosa interrupts, comes face to face with Jay Carthill. And of course, Jay Carthill wants nothing to do with Thunder Rosa, and Jay Carthill just leaves, and Thunder Rosa just ready for a fight. Like she's ready to go for Jay Carthill. And it's going to be interesting seeing this matchup between Thunder Rosa and Jay Carthill. After that, we get Ruby Soho versus Chris Sadlander. And a lot of people thought that Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb was an incredible matchup, which it was. A lot of people thought Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter was an incredible matchup and the best matchup of the tournament, which it was an incredible matchup. But Ruby Soho and Chris Sadlander literally said, "Hold my beer." Okay? This was a phenomenal matchup. And in my personal opinion, Ruby Soho versus Chris Sadlander was better than Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter. And that is saying a lot, because Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter was fucking incredible. Also, Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb was fucking incredible. But Ruby Soho and Chris Sadlander, holy shit. This was an incredible matchup by both of these ladies. Awesome, awesome stuff. Ruby Soho picks up the victory in a phenomenal matchup, and another matchup that I do recommend you go out of your way to watch. I thought this was an incredible matchup by both of these ladies. The ladies definitely killed it tonight. Awesome stuff. Ruby Soho picks up the victory. But after the match, Nyla Rose attacked Ruby Soho, making her statement. And as you know, Ruby Soho will face Nyla Rose in the semifinals of the TBS Championship Tournament. But yeah, definitely a phenomenal matchup between Ruby Soho and Chris Sadlander. And if you guys did not see this matchup, go out of your way to do so. This is without a doubt the best matchup in the TBS Championship Tournament, in my personal opinion. And that, again, that is saying a lot because we have bangers like Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter, which are incredible matches in their own right. But Soho and Statlander, mwah, phenomenal matchup, in my opinion. Now we get to the part of the review where we go over the stuff that is happening on Rampage this Friday and Dynamite next week. So let's start off with Rampage. Rampage this Friday. We're going to get Pac and Pentagon Jr. representing the Death Triangle against FTR. And also Sammy Guevara will defend the TNT Championship against Tony Nese. And Dynamite next Wednesday, we're going to have the Dynamite Ring Battle Royal. We're also going to get Riho versus Jamie Hayter. And we're going to get Bryan Danielson versus John Silver, which I am really, really excited for. So yeah, those are all the stuff that have been announced so far for both Rampage and Dynamite respectively. So without further ado, let's talk about the main event between Cody Rhodes and Andrade El Idolo in the Atlanta street fight. Holy shit! This was a batshit crazy matchup. Like, this matchup was crazy, but in a good and entertaining way. From the bat, it starts off crazy with Andrade and Jose attacking Cody and Arn, and Arn literally slipped through the stage and he got sucked. But obviously, Jose tried to help Arn Anderson, which I thought was very nice before they continued brawling. Cody and Andrade fought. They fight over the crowd, and it was just fucking crazy, bro. And then literally during the matchup, both men are down. Like, Andrade's down, and Cody Rhodes trying to bring out a weapon, and Cody Rhodes fucking brings out a sledgehammer, bro. He brings out a sledgehammer, tease about using it, but he just throws it away. And he also got a freaking golden shovel, which he also wanted to use on Andrade. Instead, he used it on Andrade's assistant, Jose. But yeah, that was fucking crazy. That was fucking hilarious. But yeah, he teased about using both of them on Andrade, but obviously that was not the case. And of course, we got the flaming table spot. Holy shit. First of all, we got the return of Brandy Rhodes. And then we got the table set up. We got the return of Brandy Rhodes. She puts fucking fluid on the table. She lights the bitch on fire. And Cody Rhodes does a freaking suplex to Andrade. But, like, it didn't even affect Andrade at all. It affected Cody Rhodes. And he was on fire, but not as much. Cody Rhodes pinned Andrade to win the matchup 1, 2, 3. And this was just an overall main event. And the ending was just so batshit crazy. Like, Cody Rhodes Cody Rhodes got the worst of that 100% from looking bad at it. But I can't even hate it. Just the fact that we got a flaming table spot in 2021 and the fact that Cody Rhodes is willing to go through with it just is a testament to the love that Cody Rhodes has for professional wrestling. The fact that he's willing to sacrifice his body for it is fucking amazing. And the ending was just so batshit crazy. Holy shit, this was a fun main event. The ending was batshit crazy, but in a good way. And this is another matchup that if you just want to see just mindless violence, like mindless violent fun, go out of your way to watch this matchup. This was a fun main event to end a great Dynamite. Overall, I will go out of my way to say that this was one of the strongest AEW Dynamites and one of the best AEW Dynamites in the company's history, but it was still a great entertaining show in my opinion. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you guys think about AEW Dynamite tonight? Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? Was there something specifically you like? Was there something specifically you hate? I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. But again, thank you so much for watching my AEW Dynamite review. Much, much appreciated. Again, it's been a little bit since I put anything on this channel, so hopefully I can put out more content on my channel for you guys. So make sure you be on the lookout for that. Hopefully I won't procrastinate again. But yeah, great stuff as always by AEW. And again, if you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a comment. And if you guys like the stuff that I make sure you subscribe and leave the notification bell so that way you don't miss any of my videos. And again, thank you so much for watching. Much, much appreciated. Thank you for spending your night with me. And I hope you guys have a nice rest of the night. Thank you so much for watching. This is Gabriel, and I'll see you next time in the Asylum. Have a nice night, everyone.